What if I told you the Social Security strategy that produces the biggest monthly checks doesn't always produce the most retirement income? In fact, some people who wait until age 70 never end up with more total money at all. And the reason has nothing to do with Social Security. It has to do with one factor that most break-even calculators completely ignore. Today I'm going to show you what it is. Because if you're planning to claim Social Security in the next few years, understanding this could save you from making a very expensive mistake. Let's start with the advice you've probably heard. Wait until age 70. Financial articles repeat it, friends repeat it, sometimes even financial professionals repeat it. The logic sounds simple. Wait longer, get a bigger check, problem solved. But retirement planning isn't about maximizing a Social Security check. It's about maximizing the amount of money available to support your lifestyle. And those are not always the same thing. That's where the break-even calculation comes in. Most people have heard the term. Very few people understand what's actually behind it. The traditional break-even analysis asks one question. Do I claim Social Security early and receive smaller checks, or wait and receive larger checks? At what age does the larger benefit finally catch up? Let's use a simple example. Suppose you can collect $2,000 per month at age 62, or wait and collect $3,000 per month later. Most people immediately focus on the larger number. 3,000 sounds a lot better than 2,000. But the person who claims early starts collecting years sooner. By the time the person waiting finally begins receiving benefits, the early claimant may already have collected close to $100,000. That's a significant head start. So the question becomes, how long does the larger check need to keep arriving before it finally catches up? And that is the break-even age. And this is where most people stop their analysis, unfortunately. This is also where many people make the wrong decision, because the traditional break-even calculation leaves out some incredibly important variables. The first one is inflation. Social Security benefits aren't fixed forever. They receive cost of living adjustments over time. And because larger benefits generally receive larger dollar increases, the break-even age can move further into the future than many online calculators suggest. The second mistake is treating Social Security like an individual decision. For many married couples, Social Security is actually a household strategy. One spouse's filing decision can impact spousal benefits. One spouse delaying can increase survivor income for years and sometimes decades. Now, we're not simply trying to maximize one person's benefit. We're trying to maximize retirement income for the entire household. But here's the factor that changes the math more than anything else: investment growth. This is the piece almost nobody talks about. Think about what happens when someone claims Social Security earlier. That income starts arriving immediately, which often means they can leave more of their investment portfolio untouched. Instead of withdrawing money from investments to cover expenses, they're using Social Security income. And that means more money stays invested. More money continues compounding. More money continues growing year after year. Now, the delayed claiming strategy has a much bigger challenge. It doesn't just need to catch up to the Social Security payments received earlier. It also needs to catch up to all the investment growth those payments help preserve. That is a completely different calculation, and the results can be surprising. At modest investment returns, the break-even age may move out a couple years. At 5% returns, it may move out much further. At 7% returns, some scenarios push into the 90s. And in certain situations, the person who waited for the larger Social Security check never actually ends up ahead in total dollars. That's why blanket advice can be dangerous, because there is no universal answer. The best claiming strategy depends on your portfolio, your tax situation, your spouse, your retirement income needs, your health, your longevity expectations, and your overall financial plan. The real question isn't how do I get the biggest Social Security check? The real question is how do I create the strongest retirement outcome? Those are very different goals. The challenge is that every break-even analysis changes when we plug in your actual numbers. Two people with the exact same Social Security benefit can arrive at completely different claiming decisions. If you would like a second opinion on your Social Security strategy, schedule a complimentary 15-minute retirement strategy call using the link below. We'll help you evaluate how Social Security fits into your overall retirement income plan and identify opportunities you may not have considered. And if this video helped, consider subscribing below. Before you go though, leave the words break even in the comments. And let me ask you this, did today's discussion make you think differently about waiting until age 70? I'd love to hear your answer.